All right, we're going to go ahead and get started so that we can be good about the time schedule because I know that everybody is taking time out of their night to be here, and so I appreciate it. So I'm very excited to do this with all of you, and those of you who are going to be watching this later. Congratulations, first of all, because you've already taken the step to become healthier with your journey with Plexus. And now you have some interest in either getting your products paid for or making some extra money because it is holiday season. And honestly, some extra money for Christmas would be awesome. So let me just kind of tell you a little bit about, I'm not going to tell you my health story, but I'm going to just tell you what made me decide to get into the business aspect of this. So prior to Plexus, I had done network marketing before. And I had shows and inventory, and they filled out paperwork, and then I had to enter it all in the computer. And I just absolutely made very little money to do it. I would have to do at least 7 or 8 shows in a month to actually make what I did in my 3rd month with Plexus. So with that, when I started, I knew I couldn't afford the products the 2nd month. And so I went ahead and started sharing almost right away before I even had my products because I just believed Tracy. She's my upline. She's one of my very good friends. And I just trusted her and knew that these products were something that I needed and that it was going to work. And I really feel it was just God's timing, and I just took that leap and went with it. So the 1st month, I started sharing right away with just friends and family and posting on Facebook. I didn't really go outside of my inner circle, and I'll talk a little bit more about that, and posting on Facebook. In my 1st month, I was able to pay for my products plus make an extra $80. So I saw how easy that was. And I said, all right, Tracy, let's talk about this compensation plan because there must be something more to this. So when she sat down with me and she asked me how much money I needed to make in a month, I finally disclosed to her that I had student loan debt that was really holding me back. And it was really kind of just embarrassing. So I never really talked about it. I went and got my master's, and it was a 6.9% interest rate for the loan, which is horrible. My husband and I tried everything to get it lowered. I even went to the bottom of the barrel, as I like to call it, and asking my parents to help me. And they said no. And so I think I was really angry, but I look at it that it was a blessing because it pushed me to this. So with that, I told her I need to make $1,000 a month. That's what I need to make. And she went, well, you can do that. And I kind of joked and giggled and went, okay, yeah, right. And lo and behold, right then and there, when she told me how much she was making a month, I said, are you insane? What do you do? She's like, not much. And so I went, all right, let's talk. Let's really talk this out. And so we did. We sat and we talked it out. We went over the compensation plan. And I just drew my line in the sand right there. I'm a teacher. I'm nobody special. Honestly, I just am a mom who wanted better for my family. I wanted to get rid of this debt so that we could do some other things. I don't live in a big house. It's like 1,200 square foot. So there's nothing spectacular. All I did, honestly, was drew my line in the sand, said, I'm going to do this. I want to get that loan paid off. And that was my why at that point. I had already got my products paid for, and then I just decided it is time to get this loan paid off. It's been long enough. So I did. And by my 3rd month, I was already making $1,000 a month. So it's really, truly what you want to make of it. So I don't tell you that to boast or anything. I just am telling you this because I'm just an ordinary person that just took this leap of faith, and this company is a blessing and anybody can do it. It does not matter what your background is, what you do, what you haven't done. It does not matter. It just takes putting forth some effort and doing it. So let's go over kind of why you should go silver or why you might want to go silver. I'm going to share my screen here real quick. I'm a PowerPoint kind of person. I like visuals. It's still probably the teacher in me. And I guess if some of you, I hope that you already know me, but if you don't, I have 2 little kids. They're 4 and 3, and I am a 4th grade teacher during the day. I'm on my 13th year of teaching. All right, so why should you go silver? First of all, you heard me tell you, it's easy. It really was easy. It does take some work. I'm not going to say it doesn't, but it was not hard at all. So if somebody asks, well, why do you want to do that? Well, first of all, there is no big buy-in. It literally costs you $34.95. I know in the other company that I worked for, it was well over $100 just to get started into that. And that wasn't even, having anything for myself. That was just to show people. And that was very minimal. Some companies, you're going to spend $6,000 just to get started with that. This is $34.95. That's truly it. For the whole year, that's what you pay. There's no inventory. There are no monthly fees. So you don't have a website fee or anything like that. Your $34.95, all of that is included. There are no deliveries. So that's something I think I forget that is so important, because I helped a cousin out. She's starting a different network marketing company, even though I would like her to be with Plexus, but that's my own fault because I never approached her. And so I thought, what? I love her to pieces. I'm going to help her out. And I got this big box in the mail and went, what? Whose stuff is this? This isn't what I ordered. I went, oh my gosh, I have to deliver this to these people. I don't want to do that, so that's what I love about Plexus, is that it ships right to people's house. That's one less thing that we have to worry about. Then there's no cancellation fee. So if you decide that the time is not right for you to do this, you are not out anything except your $34.95. And if you bought any products, that's really it. There's no any hidden agenda or anything else besides that. And then really, why are you doing this? To get your products paid for, because that's really easy to do. If you're a Triplex customer, if you can just get 3 to 5 people to purchase the Triplex from you, you're easily going to have your products paid for. And then truly make some extra money. I don't know who couldn't use some extra money. For me, $200 was life-changing, because that was $200 more that I could put towards a loan that was really holding me back. Because what I didn't tell you either was, as soon as I got my master's, my school district went on a 6-year pay freeze. And our insurance is insane. So when I knew that we were having a child, we had to look into some different options, because affording insurance through my work was not even feasible at that time. All right. So what does silver mean? It means that you have 3 ambassadors that join your team. Now, ambassadors and wholesalers really mean the same thing. Just wholesalers are people who are just there for the discount, and they have no intention of sharing. Maybe down the road they might. An ambassador is more of somebody who is sharing, but it's all the same. So you just have 3 people that join you for those particular reasons, and then you will receive a $100 bonus. So that's $100 that you can use towards whatever. Maybe you've been looking at something that you told yourself if you go silver, you'll get to use that bonus for that. Then you can use that for that. That's what I do every time I hit a rank. I always have in my head, when I hit that, what I want to use that money for, whether I want to save it or my last rank, I actually used it to get Invisalign, because my teeth were getting so tight and giving me headaches and stuff. So that was what I used it for, because that was something that I always put to the back burner, because I knew that it wasn't something I could fork out money for. You're also going to, get your products paid for when you go silver. You're easily going to have your products paid for when you decide to go silver. And the thing that I think a lot of people don't realize is that you're helping 3 people achieve their health goals. And to me, that is priceless. When we get messages from people that say, you've completely changed my life, or, oh my gosh, I have not felt this great in so long. I've quit drinking pop, because let's face it, everybody that drinks pop knows it's bad for you, but I feel like until you really understand why, or you get off of it for a while and see the difference in how you feel, that you really don't truly understand. So that's a huge thing too. Going to the bathroom, you don't realize that until you are able to, that's a very important thing. That's life-changing. These products are definitely life-changing. So to help people with their health and become a better version of themselves is definitely priceless. So how do you go silver? Well, you just contact your immediate inner circle. You don't need to go outside. If you're not comfortable posting on Facebook every day, you don't have to do that to go silver. All you need to do is talk to your immediate inner circle, because those are your friends and your family, your neighbors, the people you're close to, and they're not going to tell you no. You know, Brianna, look at your mom, and there was no way she was going to tell you no. You know, she was like, yeah, okay, all right, you know, yeah, let's do this together kind of thing. So I feel like that's an easy one to say, why would you not want to better your health? I've started this journey. I would like you to do this journey with me. Let's do it. Let's do it together. So, you know, and remember, you're helping their health out too. So it's not just about you. So that's the easiest. If you don't have, you know, 3 people out of that, then that's where you're going to want to make your Franks list. And a Franks list is a list of 100 people. And Franks stands for friends, relatives, acquaintances, neighbors, kid connections, and service organization connections. So, or we have this nice thing called Facebook, and you can print off your friend list, and that's always a great place to start as well. So those lists are important. And the biggest thing to remember when you're reaching out to any of your acquaintances, when you start, and I'm speaking from experience, I know that it's very hard because you say to yourself, well, I don't know enough about these products. Well, it doesn't matter. Let me tell you, when I started sharing before I'd even taken them, do you want to know how much I knew about these products? Nothing. I just knew that this was supposed to help me get energy, and it was natural, and it was plant-based. That's really all I knew. I, you know, reached out to some friends and family and just said, hey, I'm wanting to try this. Will you do this with me? And I messaged Tracy and said, this is what their health issues are. What do I recommend? She helped me. And that's what we're all here for. We're here to guide you. That's what your sponsor and your upline, we are here to help you with that. The other thing too is that you don't want to or I would say prejudge anyone. So sometimes it's easy to go through your list and go, I just can't reach out to that person. I just can't. Well, here, I want you to think about this. Let's say you had somebody on your list that you just chose to not reach out to for some apparent reason. You just weren't comfortable doing that. Well, what if they were secretly not telling people about their IBS that has been bothering them for their whole entire life? There's nothing they found that ever is going to help them. And all of a sudden, you know, a month or 2 goes by, and you didn't reach out to them, and then you see them all of a sudden posting about Plexus. Well, you should have reached out to them because obviously those products just changed their life. Or maybe nobody ever reaches out to them, and then you had an opportunity to change somebody's life and you didn't. So that's where I just don't prejudge, because so many people are silent sufferers. They do not talk about health issues or, you know, bathroom issues, anxiety, depression. People don't talk about those things. Gut health is very, I don't want to say it's new, because it's not, but it's very new to the public eye. I feel like they're talking about it a lot more because it's so important. So definitely use 3-way messages, like I said, with your upline, your potentials, whether that's Facebook messaging, whether that's calling on the phone, doing one of these Zooms, whatever works best for you and your potential. Those are really going to work. They're not only going to help you with getting your potentials to feel better, but it's also going to help train you as well. And then really just think about, you know, when you're going silver, why are you doing this? You know, for me, when I started, the only reason was a selfish reason. I wanted to feel better, plain and simple. I had 3 miscarriages before Kyla. Then I had her and I had him, and I had to take a ton of stuff to keep my pregnancies. And I just felt like I needed to be selfish. I had, you know, given my body to do that, and it's a blessing, and I love being a mom, so don't take that the wrong way, but I just selfishly wanted my own body back. That was the biggest thing, and I was dying of caffeine overdose and didn't have any energy and trying to work all day, and so I just, you know, just took a leap, and then just decided I needed to get my products paid for so I can continue feeling as great as what I had. So that's really all your why has to be. If it grows from there, then, you know, that's awesome. My why grew to let's get my student loan paid off. And then after that, now it's my why is to be a stay-at-home mom with my kids. So your why is definitely going to change over time. So then I have on there Lexi app. So one of the many blessings of Plexus is that they give us all of the necessary tools to help us get to the top. They really, truly do. And they don't charge you for a lot of it. Now, the Lexi app, they do, and that's just something that I am doing, and I don't expect you, so don't think that. But I just want to show you here real quick the what I mean by that Plexus gives us so many things to share. So if you have a potential and you're reaching out to them and they say, you know, tell me about this slim stuff, and you are like, what am I supposed to send them? You can go right here. This is in your back office. Once you log in, go to the Tools tab, go to Shareables, and then once you're under the Shareables tab, there's all kinds of stuff for you to share. So you can see there's the catalog, and then they have the latest and greatest of kind of what's going on. There's a slim digital brochure. Then they have these videos. So they'll have a full length. I always send the full length video because it's literally 1 minute and 20 seconds. And I just feel like it has a lot more information. Then if somebody says, you know what, I really am interested in the ingredients in this stuff, I want to know more about it, or I have some sort of medical condition and I want to consult my doctor, we always, always, always say, please consult your doctor. We are totally for that. You know, this stuff has been approved for quite a few people I know during their pregnancies. You know, their OBGYNs have approved that. But we always recommend taking that. So right here, these slim information sheets, and they have these for all of the products. Those are what you can send to somebody. And I would highly recommend, if you are wanting to dive into the products yourself, that you print these out, put them in a binder, I can't talk, put them in a binder and just look at them. You know, that's really how I learned, was that. So there's all kinds of stuff in here. If you go down and keep scrolling to where it says products, this is where you can click and it's going to go into all of the different products for you. My computer's not too slow. So you can see here's Plexus X Factor Plus, and it just keeps going. There's all kinds of stuff to share. So this is a wealth of information. If somebody asks you about, you know, clinical studies, you can go here to the tools and you can go into that. I'm not going to go into it right now, but there's clinical studies that you can also share with people. The other thing I want to show you is we are showing you kind of why and how to go silver. There are, I would love to plug you into my Lexi app. And what Lexi does is she sends you all of the necessary tools to help you get to the rank of silver at whatever pace you want. If you want to run and you want something sent to you on a daily basis so that you can ensure yourself to rank up to silver this month, then we can do that. If you just want to walk pace and you just want to kind of once a week kind of get to that, then that's what you let us know too. We are here to support you any way possible. And then if you go here to the training tab, this is where it goes to go to the rank up roadmap. And this is where you can watch videos and have some extra resources. So if you scroll down here, they have your road to Silver Ambassador, your road to Gold Ambassador, and now they just posted the Senior Gold Ambassador. So you just click in here, and it's going to give you a video to play that talks about what it takes to become a Silver Ambassador, and then it has resources here for you as well. So this is awesome. There's even more information for you, so please go here. Even for you guys who are already silver that want that, I would recommend looking at this stuff. A bunch of diamonds came up with this idea and have spent hours and hours and hours designing this. So that is one of the really awesome things about Plexus, is everything is right here. Do you guys have any questions or anything to add so far? No? Yes, no. One of the things I wanted to say, though, that I can guarantee you, and I don't make promises that I cannot keep, but I can promise you that if you are around a bunch of Plexus ambassadors and you ask them what is their favorite thing about Plexus, that they're going to tell you relationships. That is something that I did not expect. I expected to feel better. That is what I expected, because these products are amazing. There's absolutely no doubt about that. 100% feel that everybody needs these products, really. And then I started in with the business, and I wanted to make some extra money. So that was great. But what I didn't expect was the relationships that I would gain, the friendships that I would gain, the people that I would reconnect with. Just, I think about, you guys on this call. It's like we've known each other, but we didn't really know each other, and now we talk a lot. And so those are things that are life changing. I have relationships with people that are going to last a lifetime. And I know that the people on this call, even if we didn't know each other very well, there is no doubt that if I needed something, they would be there. There are people that you will meet on Zoom calls that you've never even met in person, and they will help you in the blink of an eye. We are just a very supportive group of people that are just here to help each other out. I mean, truly. I have people that I'm in groups with that I've never even met some of them in person, and we talk all the time and help each other out. So that's one of the many blessings of Plexus. So I'm just going to show you, let's say you are like, you know what, I want to dive into this silver stuff. Let's get going right now. So here are some tips from me if that is you, or if maybe in time that might be you. Know your products, use the shareables, and know one-liners for products. You do not need to know every ingredient in every single product, okay? Unless you're an ingredient guru, you go for it. But I guarantee there are diamonds. Me personally, I can give you the main ingredients of stuff, but I can't tell you every single ingredient without having to look at the bottle. So just know one-liners of what they do. Most of the time, people don't need ingredients. They just need to know what it's done for you or what it's done for other people. Play around with your back office. Know how to find the Rank Up roadmap. Look at that. Look at your shareables. Those are full of information. The compensation plan, watch videos on YouTube on that. That's what I had to do to learn it. We get paid 11 different ways. It is awesome. This is seriously, I have talked to people who have been network marketing gurus, and they will tell you that Plexus by far is the best compensation plan out there. Hands down. And if you still don't understand it after watching videos, talk to me, because it literally took Tracy probably 3 times of talking to me about it before I really understood it. The power of 3, you see this graphic on here. That's really all it is. You go silver, and then this is a duplicatable process, then you're helping 3 people, those 3 people help 3 people. And that's really how you're building your business. Don't wait to have a story. I feel like that's what a lot of people say. I'm just going to wait. I need to have my own story before I start sharing. Guess what? I didn't have a story. I didn't have a story at all. Okay. And all I did was I was a person who drew my line in the sand, decided to go for it, and that was the end of it. So it doesn't mean you have to have a story, or that somebody who has an amazing story does better than somebody else, because that's not it at all. It's all about what's your why? Why are you doing this, and how hard are you willing to work for it? Really, I mean, anything you do, it's obviously you're gonna have to put a little bit of work into it. But people like to follow you on your journey when you're on it versus you already did it and then they're hearing about it. That's where I feel like people connected a little bit more with me, because I was like, oh, I started this Plexus stuff and I don't know much about it, but I'm really excited about it. And then they watched me, tell about the different things that it had done for me. And then consistently work your business. This is a tip that if you can consistently work your business every single day, I guarantee you will grow leaps and bounds. And one of the things too with going silver, not even going silver, just being a part of Plexus, is the personal growth is huge. I am I don't want to say completely, but I am a very different person than what I was 2 years ago before I started Plexus. My faith has definitely increased. My self-confidence has definitely increased. The way I think about things, the positivity instead of being negative. I was kind of a self-doubter. There are times where I still, sometimes you get in your own head, but then I can get myself out of that because of the personal growth that I've done throughout this. And this, we do a lot of personal growth stuff, not because we have to, because we care enough about each other. And a lot of us are moms and We tend to not be selfish at all, obviously, because we have kids and we put our families first and all that. But there's a lot to be said about personally growing inside and letting your kids see that in you and see the fact that, wow, mom or dad's really working hard for something. And the biggest thing that I can say is, when you're 80 years old, it's your birthday party or, it's your funeral, not that I want to talk negative or anything, but what would people say about you? What would they remember about you? Would they remember that you always there were to support them, that, oh my gosh, she worked so hard. I watched her strive for those goals and those dreams. So that is an awesome thing with Plexus that I absolutely love. So with that, just your daily IPA, work in your business, reaching out to those people on a daily basis, and you have to choose what works for you. I did put a couple of slides on here that have some examples of different daily methods of operation of how you can run your business, but really you have to find what works for you. I don't do the same thing that Tracy does. Tracy doesn't do the same thing that Emily does. We all do things a little bit differently. So these are just some suggestions. Obviously take it or leave it. The biggest thing to remember is just reaching out to your potentials and following up with people and just watching training videos and learning new things and reading books or whatever you have time for. So that's if you want to go a little bit deeper. You don't have to. Going silver doesn't take more than your inner circle. But if you want to go outside of that, then these are just a few tips that I would suggest. So, and that's it. So really, if you have questions, that's the biggest thing. I'm always available for the most part. I try to be available as much as possible. And if, you have a wonderful team here, you guys have awesome sponsors that are amazing. They work so hard and they have such compassion and so genuine. So I know that they're going to help you out and get you to the place that whatever goal yours is. And we do a lot of this stuff. So for the fact that if one of them isn't available, then we want you to feel comfortable to reach out to anybody that's on this call or anybody in the Plexus really on the team or outside of our team is going to help you as well. So just let us know what your goals are, what you're looking to accomplish, and we will help you get to that place. It doesn't matter whether it's just getting your products paid for, making a little extra money, or maybe it's just, now's maybe not the right time, might be in a month or two, and you just want to focus on your own health. Whatever that is, we are here to support you. So don't hesitate to ask and let us know what you want to do. So thanks.